Hey guys, welcome back. So in this video, let's discuss about the large language models and the applications that we can develop using the large language models. So as in the last video, we have seen how the transformer architecture works. So using the same architecture, so many models were created. All of those LLMs were created using either the encoder only or the uh, decoder only architectures of the transformer. So internally they all work in the same way. They are just NLP systems which are used for processing. So if they are just NLP systems are used for processing, so they're of no use. We have to apply we have to create some sort of application with them so that they are used everywhere, and they can solve problems. So LLM applications are actually are categorized into five types. So as of now, we have reached the stage of agents and RAG. So let's see what are these five levels of LLM apps. Yeah. So at the bottom level, so we have the general questions and answers. So even before the chatbots were existed, we still had some sort of applications which are used for the text retrieval and some other text processing applications. So all of these applications are going to use such sort of LLM capabilities, but they are very limited in their functionalities. So if we were to see about the general Q&A systems, so all the search engines, the educational tools, and all the customer support tools, so they are used. So they are nothing but they are a language processing systems, uh, but they are they can only work with a specific task on a very specific domain. So extending the functionalities of such an, of, of such a language processing systems, we got into something called as chatbots. So ChatGPT, Gemini, and Anthropic. So all these companies have given their own LLM models, which are used as the chatbots. So chatbots will have some more functionality over the regular language processing systems. So they have some sort of context, they have the memory, and they are trained upon a lot of input data so that they can answer a few questions, and they can be fine tuned by the RLHF module. So to use the chatbots, chatbots are not LLM applications which can be further developed, but uh, but the way the user interacts with the uh, chatbots can be enhanced using a process called as a prompt engineering. So here we have multiple variations of it, the zero shot prompting, one shot prompting. So these are the prompting techniques which are defined as a general way where a user can extract the information in a much better way from the a chatbot system. And then moving further, so we have the RAG. So as of now, we are using the chatbots, but one of the major disadvantages of those chatbots is that they're only trained upon some very uh, generic data sources like Wikipedia and other knowledge bases. So they don't have any external knowledge source from which they can answer questions which are very relevant from the user. So to solve such an issue, so we can do so. One of the solution is to fine tune the model on the extra information that we want the model to answer. But fine tuning process is actually a very you know time consuming and the hardware consuming process. So it is not easy to fine tune the model because we have to attune each a neuron of the model, which could be a big task. So we use something called as a RAG. Uh, so RAG is nothing but a retrieval augmented generation. So it is nothing but an application architecture on the top of LM. So it is going to use So it is going to do the retrieval from the knowledge base that we have provided, and using that and using that relevant information from its own knowledge sources, it is going to augment that information into the prompt, and then it is going to ask the LLM to give the answer based upon the information which was given as a relevant context in the prompt. So that's how the RAG system works. And then we have something called as agents. So agents, so the concept of agent is very much similar to what a RAG offers. So agents also try to extend extend the functionalities of an LLM by providing it with external tools. So as of now, the RAG can only provide you with the contextual information, but agents will have a direct access to some sort of tools for processing. It can have the access to a search on the web. It might have access to your internal databases and the file system. So in such a way, an agent can answer the user questions more relevantly because of its ability to access a few other external knowledge sources. And then okay, agents can be built. Okay, the one of the most important way the agents are built is the multi-agent pattern. So an agent will have all the tools to work with it, but if an agent wants to extend its functionality to another agent, if it wants to use the functionalities of another agent, so there is no way as of now to sort of establish the inter-agent communication. So for that, you know, a new protocol has been introduced. It's called as the MCP. So what this protocol does? So initially, without this protocol, we were supposed to create the endpoints for every uh, external source that we wanted to. But with this MCP, we just have to uh, in, implement all the MCP standards by implementing the MCP standards. So we can literally make our we can make our agent to sort of access everything which is as part of MCP. For that, we need to actually implement the MCP, we need two components. So one of them is the MCP client, which is the LLM model is actually different from the MCP client because MCP MCP client is another software which will be running on the client system. So it is going to have all the routes and the sampling. So it is going to call another MCP server. So it is going to provide it with the prompt and the resources and the tools which are needed for this output. And using this two-way communication, an agent can actually call external resources without implementing all of the functionalities needed for that accessing the resource. Yes. And then as we have discussed, the MCP protocol is only going to help the agent to access the external APIs and enterprise applications. Uh, but if it wants to interact with another agent, then we have to use another protocol called as A2A. So A2A protocol is going to give you the A2A client and A2A as server architectures, which will be implemented by the agents, so that the agents will have a common interface to exchange the data. And then at the end we have something called as LLMOS. LLMOS was just a proposed system. It isn't in existence. So this is an idea where the large language model is going to act as the operating system. It is going to manage everything on that hardware system. So if an LLM could actually be the a center point of execution, then we can literally create a system which is which is a very efficient and efficient computer system for the AI related works. So for such system, LLMOS could be the future, which is going to provide us with that. And now since all this new agentic AI workflows are happening, so we have seen the rise of a new stack in the developer community. So in this, so for creating agentic applications, so we have a few new front-end applications. A new vector databases were needed, and some embedding and RAG libraries, along with some hosting libraries like Hugging Face, and all these open source large language models are used now. So this is a slight transition from what our regular applications were used to be. So now we are using the AI enabled applications using this new tech stack.